Hi everyone, this is Rosa Kelly. I'm here today with a brand new tutorial. Today we're going to be making a baby boy first year mini album. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So a long time ago I did a baby girl first year album, and basically this is going to be a newer version of that tutorial. So of course you can use this tutorial to make a boy or a girl. It's just going to be so much fun. So I am going to be making this project in probably 3 videos, so make sure that you subscribe and you hit the notification bell so you are aware when I post the next part of the tutorial. So for this video we are going to be working on the pages and the page construction and the layouts. So I'm going to be using the Echo Park Hello Baby paper collection. I picked up this paper at Amazon actually, just because they are super fast with the shipping, and I worked with this collection before and I already know that I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of the pages. I really like the blues, you know, this all these little pajamas, and the combination of the colors is really cute. And so yeah, so then I'm going to be making my own little month bubbles to match up the collection, and I will have those on my website. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave the link on the description box below as well. So let's get started with the base pages. I am going to make this album an 8x8, so we're gonna start with the pages. The pages are gonna be 7.5 by 7.5. So I am going to do 6 pieces of 7.5 by 7.5 and 6 pieces of 7.5 by 8.5. So now we're going to grab the piece that measures 7.5 by 8.5, and I am just going to score 1/2 inch on both sides. So I'm just gonna flip that over and do 1/2 inch. So now we're gonna fold them on the score line, and we're gonna do both sides here. And then I'm going to add some double-sided tape. I like to use the score tape that measures 3/8 of an inch, because that fits perfect in your 1/2 inch flap here. So I'm gonna do one, and I'm gonna do one more here. And then we're gonna make sure that this is pressed down all the way. And then I'm going to grab the smaller piece, the 7.5 by 7.5. And the first thing I'm going to do is tear out a little bit of the tape to the side. Then we're gonna use the other corner to make sure this is right on top of it, just like that. And then we're just gonna press down the sticky side and take off the tape. And then we're just going to simply remove the tape from the other side, just like that. And now we have the first base page, and we're just gonna do the same to all of them. So now we have our 6 pages done, and we are doing 6 because we of course are doing a 12-month, and then I like to include a page for, you know, when the baby is a newborn, and also a page for when the baby turns 1. So I'm gonna put those aside for now, and I'm going to bring my heavyweight cardstock out again, and what I'm going to do is just cut some different layouts that we are going to be adding into the different pages. So right now I'm not going to go by page. I'm just simply going to create different ones, and then we're gonna put it all together, kind of like a puzzle in a way. All right, so I'm going to do a couple of layouts that are going to measure 7.5 by 7.5. So we are going to do 2 of these, and I found these to be the easiest, fastest way to make a mini album, just to kind of get your interactive pages ready, and then you can just mix and match and create your own pages. So you don't even have to do the ones that I'm doing. You can maybe even make your own. So now I'm going to cut this one at 4.5, and I'm going to do 2 of these 4.5 ones. Okay, so this will be 4.5 by 8.5, and then I'm going to do another one here. I'm going to cut these at 7.5 long ways like this, and then I'm gonna turn this around and cut these at 5.5. Okay, so then we have 2 of those. So we have 2, 2, and 2, and then I'm going to do one more here, and then maybe I'm just going to cut this one at 8 here, and I'm going to do, let's do 6 inches, so 8 by 6, and then we have this extra one that I'm sure we're going to use. Now I'm going to grab my scoreboard, and I'm going to start preparing these ones that we cut out, and then we'll make some more. Okay, so try not to mix yours. I'm kind of keeping mine in order, and I hope I wasn't going too fast, but I will put the dimensions on the text down here somewhere. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this last one that we cut out, kind of going in reverse. So this one measures 8 by 6. I'm gonna place it along the 8 inches, and I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to bend this piece, and I'm going to add my double-sided tape on this 1/2 inch. Okay, so we have layout number 1. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this aside here. That one's ready to go. This next one measures 7.5 by 5.5. So I'm going to place it along the 5.5, and I'm going to score at 5 inches, and I'm going to do the same with the other one that measures exactly the same. Okay, and again we're gonna fold along the score line, and we're gonna place our tape just like that, and I'm going to do the same on this one here. So fold along the score line and add the tape. Okay, so now we're going with the next one. So this next one measures 8.5 by 4, and we have 2. So we are going to score at 1/2 inch. Turn this around, do 1/2 inch, and turn this around and do 1/2 inch. And we're gonna do the same with the other piece that measures exactly the same. And we're just creating a pocket, as you can see. Okay, so again, turn this around and do 1/2 inch again. And then I'm just simply going to cut the corners like that and like that, and do the same here and here. Okay, so now we're gonna fold along the score lines on 3 sides, and we're going to add the tape. Okay, so I'm just going to put down my tape. I have one on the bottom and on the sides. Here and here. And now we're just going to press the tape down, and again I'm going to put this to the side. Oops. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same on this one. Okay, so now for the last two that measure 7.5 by 7.5, we are just going to score at 1/2 inch, just like so, and then we're gonna do the same thing and fold along the lines and add our double-sided tape. Oops. So I have here the last 2 pieces. So I hope that was easy enough. It's just a little bit of prep work, and the extra piece that we had, I'm going to leave it on the side for later, and we're going to start building the pages with the layouts that we got. So I am going to do the pocket. So I'm going to start by peeling off the tape on the bottom, and we're going to line it up on the bottom. Now make sure that your opening on your base page is to the sides like this. Always make sure. And then we are going to simply place the pocket on the corner, just like that. We're going to take off the tape here. Then I'm going to open this up. I can open it up. And then I'm just going to take off the tape on the sides. And then I'm going to close this again. So now we have a pocket on one of the pages. Then I'm going to do another page with a pocket, and then we're gonna mix the order of the pages so you don't have a pocket after a pocket. So I'm just gonna first line up the bottom. Same thing, double check that you have your openings on the side as well. Okay, and even if you place it on the other direction, it wouldn't be a bad thing. You just have a pocket to go sideways. That's also really fun. Okay, so I'm just gonna tear off the tape there and here as well. Oops. Okay. So now we have, make sure this is flat. So now we have 2 pockets. Now I'm going to play with this other one. So this is the one that measures 5.5. So I'm just simply going to grab one of the pockets, and I'm gonna use the back, and I'm going to place these 2 layouts side to side like this. So I'm going to start with the left, just tear out a little bit of the tape and place it along one of the sides. Just like that. Now we're gonna take that out, and then we're going to do this one here. Place it along this side and make sure it's even. And then we're gonna take that out. Okay, so now we have this. So these 2 sides are done. So I'm just gonna put this one on the side. Now for this pocket here, to mix it up from the other pocket, I'm going to place the one that we have the opening on the top, or the line, what is this? The tape on the top, and we're gonna place it on the top of this page here, like so. So I'm just gonna take out this tape, and this is the one that measures 6 by 8. And so I'm just gonna center it just like this, and then I'm going to take out the tape. So now we have a pocket and a layout on top, just to mix it up a little bit. Now on the back here, I'm going to add one of these layouts, one of the 7.5 by 7.5, and I'm just going to place it on one of the sides. So I'm going to do the left here, just like that. And then I'm going to use this next one and just grab a new base page and add this one here. Okay, so I'm gonna do the opposite of that one. So I'm gonna do the right side, and then if they go side to side, they will be like, you know, like twin pages in a way, like they will open in opposite directions like that. But you don't have to, you can mix it up as much as you want. And then the back here, I always like to leave a couple with no interaction, because we will add interaction after we add the paper. Okay, so now so far we have 3 base pages done. Okay, so now we're gonna kind of do the same thing that we did, and we are going to prepare for the next 3 pages. So I'm going to start with a new piece of cardstock, and I'm going to cut this at 6 inches. And then I'm going to cut this by 5.5. Okay. So then we have 2 pieces like so. Then this next one, I'm also going to do a 7.5 by 7.5, but this one we are going to place differently when we add it into the pages. So I'll show you that as well. So for now, we're just going to do a 7.5 by a 7.5. So I'm going to use that extra piece that we had from the first round that we did, and this one measures 5 by 8, okay? So I'm going to cut it at 7. So this will be a 5 by 7, okay? So we're just gonna put that one there as well. And then I am going to do another one. So now this one I'm going to cut at 7, and I'm going to do by 6. Okay, so let me put these ones on the side, and let's continue with these ones. Now I'm going to start scoring. So let me start with the last one that we just did. So we have the 2 pieces. One is 7 by 6, and so this 7 by 6, I'm going to score 1/2 inch along the 6 inches, and the other one I'm actually going to score 1/2 inch along the 7 inches. So I'm gonna have a piece like so. Okay, so I'm gonna just fold down on the score lines and add my tape. So let's do the tape here and cut that out, and same thing with this page here, and adding my tape. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the next base page here, and I'm going to place one of these on the side. Now make sure that you have your openings going sideways like that. I'm going to remove the tape a little bit and place these on the side. Now you'll notice that this measures 7 and the page measures 7.5. So you want to center this up and down. And then this other one, we're just going to put it on the opposite side and we're also going to center it. So let's take that out, and same thing here. Okay. So something like this. All right, so now we have that layout. Now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to kind of do the same thing in a way. And let me score this piece. Oh, here it is. We're going to score the 7.5 by 7.5 at 1/2 inch. Again, we're gonna fold along the score line, and this other piece is the one that measures 7 by 5. So I am going to score along the 7 inches at 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here with the tapes, and I'm just gonna put the tape there and on this large one as well, to place the tape just like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab a new sheet. I'm not gonna do the back because I will be doing different layouts that will go on top of the paper. So I'm just gonna grab the next sheet, and I am going to place this large piece on the top now. So again, we're gonna make sure that your insert will go on the side, and we're just gonna place these along the top, and we will have one big layout that will open up to the top, and then we're gonna place the smaller one on the top but on the center. Okay, so it's gonna be like a double layout on this page, and you can do it on the center, and actually now that I'm thinking, we can do it on the bottom. Maybe I'll just do it on the bottom like this. That way we can add like a little closure. So let's just do it on the bottom and center. So then that way this closes like that, and then this can come and we can add a magnet there. Okay, so then I'm going to do the back. So for the back here, I'm going to use the last two layouts that we cut, and I'm going to place it along the 6 inches. These pieces measure 5.5 by 6. So you want to place it along the 6, and we're going to do 1/2 inch. And we will do the same for this one, 1/2 inch. So then these two will measure 5.5 by 5.5 after we fold this flap. Okay, so I'm adding my tape, and I'm gonna do the same for this one here. Add my tape. Okay, so now we are ready to place this here. So for this, I'm going to do one on the top and one on the bottom on each of the sides. So let me start with this one here. Okay. And then the one for the bottom. Again, we're gonna take out a little bit of the tape, then you're gonna line it up with the bottom corner, and then we're just gonna take out the tape. So now we have this other front layout, and of course the one on the back, and then I'm gonna move on to the next page. So for the last page, I'm just going to cut a new sheet of paper at 6.5. Okay, actually let's just do 6. That might be too big. Okay, so I'm gonna do 6 by 8.5, And what I want to do is just a big belly band so we can incorporate all kinds of photo mats inside. So now I'm just going to score 1/2 inch along the 8.5 inch side, and then I'm gonna do 1/2 inch again, and then we're just gonna fold along the score line again here, and then we're just going to add our tape on both sides. Okay, so one here and one right here. Okay, so now I'm just going to press this down, and I am going to first move these out of the way. Put them right there. And then make sure again that we have our openings to the sides, and then we're just gonna remove the tape on the top, line it up on the center, just like this, and then we're just gonna take out the one on the bottom. Okay. All right, so now we have this big belly band, and again I'm gonna leave the back just plain, and here we go. We have all our 6 pages. This is just the first layout that we're going to do for each one of these, and after we add the paper, we will be adding different elements. So I think I am at a good stopping point for today. Please join me on part 2. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure that you have the little bell turned on so you know when I upload the next part of this tutorial. And I hope that you guys are following along so far, and I want to thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.